Cool Guys Life here, back with another video, and sorry it's been a while, but I've been a little busy, but, after a long awaited time, I am actually going to finally make McNaveed, as you probably saw at the beginning of the video. But, on those little notes, let's get started on this guy. So, what you need to make McNaveed is you will need some yellow wool, light gray concrete, yellow terracotta, orange terracotta, gray wool, gray concrete, light gray wool, and red nether brick. And just to let you know, this is a very, 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 very detailed statue. So, the whole statue is going to be going from left to right in a sequential order. I will be yelling out the colors. All you need to do is just place those colors that I say down. So, to start off with, on the beginning and the very first row, what you want to do is you want to do 1 yellow wool, 2 yellow terracotta, 2 orange terracotta, 2 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 gray wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 light gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 light gray wool, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 gray concrete, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 light gray wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 4 orange terracotta, 1 yellow terracotta, and 1 yellow wool, leaving you with the first 4 rows, which should look a little something like this. Once you have that, what you want to do is come back up to the top. You want to do 1 gray wool, 6 gray concrete, 1 gray wool. For the next row, do 1 light gray concrete, 2 gray wool, 2 gray concrete, 2 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. For the next row, do 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 2 gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, and 1 light gray wool. And sorry if I said that a little too fast, there's the row right there. Pause if needed. For the next row, what you want to do is you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 2 gray wool, 2 gray concrete, 2 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray wool, 2 gray concrete, 2 orange terracotta, 2 gray concrete, 1 gray wool. For the next row, you want to do 2 gray wool, 1 orange terracotta, 2 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta, and 2 gray wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray concrete, 1 orange terracotta, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta, 1 gray wool. Actually make that a gray concrete. For the final row of the legs, you want to do 1 orange terracotta, 1 yellow terracotta, 4 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta. Once you have that, that is what your legs want to look like. Pause if needed, and finish what you have not finished. And on that little note, let's get moving. So, for the next row, what you want to do is you want to do 1 gray concrete, 1 orange terracotta, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta, 1 gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 2 gray wool, 1 orange terracotta, 1 light gray, 1 light gray concrete, 1 orange terracotta, then 2 gray wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 orange terracotta, 2 light gray, 1 orange terracotta, 1 gray concrete, 1 gray wool. For the next row, you want to do, that is concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 orange terracotta, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 gray concrete, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta, and 1 gray concrete. Oh, whoops. That wants to be a light gray concrete. Sorry about that. That's a wool. Light gray concrete. There we go. Sorry for that confusion there. But that is what it needs to look like. For the next row, what you want to do is you want to do... I didn't even do the middle right. Sorry about that. But these 2 middle blocks want to be yellow wool, not gray concrete. So it should look like that. Positive needed, and just fix that little mistake there. Okay, moving on. So for the next row, what you want to do is you want to do 1 gray wool, 2 light gray concrete, 2 light gray wool, 2 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool. Then for the next row, you want to do 1 gray concrete, 1 orange terracotta, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 gray concrete, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta, 1 gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray, and 1 gray wool. For the next row, you want to do 2 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 2 yellow wool, 1 gray concrete, 2 gray wool. Then for the next row, you want to do 1 gray concrete, 1 orange terracotta, 2 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta, 1 gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 orange terracotta, 1 nether brick, 1 red wool, 2 nether brick, 1 red wool, 1 nether brick, 1 orange terracotta. For the next row, you want to do 1 red nether brick, 1 red wool. And as a matter of fact, if you have not grabbed out your strip mangrove wood and your red terracotta, you are going to need them now. So grab those 2 out and let's continue after you grab them. But just replace those two with your light gray wool and your gray concrete. So, pause the video, grab those materials, and let's keep on going. So then what you want to do is you want to place 1 red terracotta, 2 red wool, 1 red terracotta, 1 red wool, 1 red nether brick. For the next row, you want to do 1 red wool. Yep, that is right. 1 red terracotta, 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta, make that 2, 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta, and 1 red wool. And once you have done that, that is what the front wants to look like. Without the arms, of course. But what you're then going to want to do once you finish that is get rid of your red terracotta and mangrove. By get rid, I mean put them back because you will need them back later. And grab out your light gray and your gray wool. Then, what you want to do, I am sorry that I did not mark it off before. So, what we're going to do is come up to the top. Both sides are exactly the same. And what you want to do is you want to come out by 1, 2 with your red wool. Then do 1 gray concrete, 1 yellow terracotta. Do the same thing on the other side. So 2 red wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 yellow terracotta. And as a matter of fact, I am going to start on the right side. So what you want to do is going down, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 2 gray concrete, 1 red nether brick. And I'm going to be doing this from right to left. So, going down again. What you want to do is you want to do 1 yellow terracotta, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 gray concrete. Matter of fact, you want to swap these two. Wait. Oh. I'm thinking of a different row. That wants to be a gray wool, so that one was right. This row wants to be 2 orange terracotta to finish it off. Leaving you with something that should look like that. Then come below it another row, and you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 yellow wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 yellow terracotta. Then what you want to do is you want to do 1 light gray wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 gray wool, 1 yellow wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 2 orange terracotta. For the next row, you want to do 2 light gray concrete, 2 gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 yellow wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 yellow terracotta, 2 orange terracotta, 1 yellow wool. And for the final row, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange terracotta, 1 yellow terracotta. Leaving you with something that should look a little bit like this. And as a matter of fact, I know it is a little hard to copy, but both sides are exactly identical. So, on that little note, I am going to talk you through the other side, but you simply can just look over and copy the other side. It's really up to you. So, moving on, you want to come over to the other side, and I am going to go from left to right. What you want to do is you want to do one yellow wool, one gray wool, one gray concrete, one nether brick. For the next row, do one yellow terracotta, one light gray concrete, one gray wool, one gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do one yellow wool, one yellow terracotta, then two orange terracotta. Then you want to do one light gray concrete, one yellow wool, one gray concrete, one yellow terracotta. Then you want to do one light gray wool, one yellow terracotta, one gray wool, one yellow wool. Then for the next row, you want to do one gray wool, one gray concrete, two orange terracotta. For the next row, do two light gray concrete, two gray concrete, and coming down one more, one light gray wool, one light gray concrete, one gray wool, one gray concrete. Coming down once more, one yellow wool, one yellow terracotta, two yellow wool, then one yellow terracotta, two orange terracotta, one yellow wool, one yellow wool, one yellow terracotta, one orange terracotta, one yellow terracotta. Leaving you with something that should look a little bit like this. This is actually going to be one of my longer videos, because this guy is actually pretty detailed. Pause if needed. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over to the back, and for the time being, come back by 3 with your yellow wool. There is a little bit detail on the sides. I will show you what it is later on, because I am not going to make you guys miserable and wait while I try and find that picture. So, love the fact that I say that and then my picture is that. So, on that little note, what you're going to want to do is once you have something that looks like this, I don't want to come in between it, you're going to want to do 2 yellow terracotta either side, then orange terracotta in the middle, which is something that should look exactly like that. Then, what you're going to want to do is going on top of this row, or the next row, you want to do 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 4 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, I said concrete and I placed down wool, and 1 light gray wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 4 gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 4 orange, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 orange wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray concrete. Oh, no. This one's to be 2 wool, then 2 gray concrete, 2 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. Sorry about that, but that is what the row should look like. For the next row, what you want to do is you want to do 1 nether brick, 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 2 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 red nether brick. For the next row, you want to do 1 red wool, 1 red nether brick, 1 gray wool, 2 gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 red nether brick, 1 red wool. For the next row, you want to do 2 red wool, 1 gray wool, 2 gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 2 red wool. Oh, this one's fun. So, what I'm going to have you do is, this is the last row that we will need the gray concrete. So what you want to do is, right in the middle here, you want to place 2 red nether brick, and to either side of it, place your gray concrete. Then, get rid of your light gray wool and your gray concrete, and grab out your red terracotta and your mangrove. Then what you want to do is, either side of this gray concrete here, you want to place red terracotta, then just finish that off with your red wool. For the next row, what you want to do is you want to do 1 red terracotta, 1 oh, and I did forget to show you, but that is what that previous row wants to look like. So, sorry about that. But on this little note, continuing, you want to do 1 red terracotta, 1 mangrove, 1 nether brick, 2 red wool, 1 nether brick, 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta. For the next row, you want to do 1 red terracotta, 1 mangrove, 1 red wool, 2 red terracotta, 1 red wool, 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta. For the next row, you want to do 2 red terracotta, 1 red wool, 2 mangrove, 1 red wool. That was a red terracotta. No, I want a red wool. There we go. And 2 red terracotta. Sorry if you guys got confused, but that is the row right there. For the next row, you want to do 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta, 1 red wool, 1 red terracotta, 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta, 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta. For the next row, you want to do 2 red terracotta, 1 red wool, 1 red terracotta, 1 mangrove, 1 red wool, 1 mangrove, 1 red terracotta. For the next row, you want to do 1 red wool, 1 red terracotta, 1 red wool, 1 red terracotta, 1 red wool, not red wool, 1 mangrove, 1 red wool, yeah, 1 red terracotta, 1 red wool. For the next row, you want to do 2 red wool, 1 nether brick, 2 red terracotta, 1 nether brick, 2 red wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 red wool, 2 nether brick, 1 red wool, 1 red terracotta, 2 nether brick, 1 red wool. For the next row, you want to do 1 nether brick, 2 yellow terracotta, nope, that wants to be orange terracotta, 2 red wool, 2 orange terracotta, 1 nether brick. For the next row, you want to do 1 red nether brick, 1 orange, 1 yellow, 2 yellow wool, one yellow, one orange, one red. For the next row, you want to do one red nether brick. One red wool, one nether brick, one orange terracotta, one yellow terracotta, one yellow wool, one yellow terracotta, one red nether brick, and one red wool. For the next row, you want to do one nether brick, one orange, one yellow, two nether brick. Matter of fact, that is a yellow. One yellow, one orange, one nether brick. If you guys have not noticed, it does repeat on both sides. So far, this is what it wants to look like. Positive needed, but on that little note, let's get started. We'll continue not started. What you want to do on top of that row is you want to do one orange terracotta. Sorry, could not speak there. One yellow terracotta, one red nether brick, two red wool, one nether brick, one yellow terracotta, one orange terracotta. For the next row, do two nether brick, one red wool, one yellow terracotta, one yellow wool, one red wool, and finish it off with two nether brick. And for the final row, you want to do two red wool, one red terracotta, two nether brick, one terracotta, but is that seriously a mangrove? Yeah, and then, oh, one mangrove and one red wool. That just threw me off there. Well, here's something that actually makes it easy. Both sides, the back of the arms are exactly identical to the front. So, yeah, there's just a slight little difference. And I will honestly just do it, and then you can get rid of your red wool. But at the top here, instead of doing another red wool, instead of doing two, what you want to do is you want to do one red wool, then one red terracotta. And then do the same over here. And that's literally the only difference. Other than that, the rest of it, you can just copy the front. What I'm going to do, since we are running low, since I am running low on time, and I do not want this to be one of my longer videos, I am going to cut this out while I fill in the arms, and then I will be back after I am done filling in the arms, and I will show you what it looks like. So, see you guys after I'm done with that. Okay, so once you're done with the back of your arms, this is what the back should look like, 100% fully complete. And also, here's another easy thing. Both sides are exactly identical. So, once you're basically done, pause if needed. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over to either side. And as a matter of fact, you actually do not need to break these two yellow wools right here. But I am starting on the, can't think of what side it is. I want to say the left, but it might be the right. But what you want to do is on top of these two yellow wools here, you want to do two light gray wool, two light gray concrete, two yellow wool. And then what I'm going to do is from here, we're just going to go up. So, for that next row, you want to do one light gray wool, then do a light gray on top of that, one orange terracotta, 3 yellow terracotta, actually just bring that all the way up to the top. Oh crap. Here, let me fix this and then you guys can look. I messed it up. Yeah. That is what you want to have. So, sorry about that, but yeah. Once you have this, then come right up here and you want to do yellow terracotta, then finish your leg off with your yellow wool. Okay. On that little note, what you're then going to want to do is just fill in the bottoms here with your yellow wool. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to break this block and replace it with a yellow terracotta. Then you want to do, just going up, you want to do 2 yellow wool, one light gray wool, make that 2, 1 light gray concrete, 2 light gray wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 2 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. Then just move all the way back down to the bottom, and what you want to do is you want to do 2 yellow wool, 2 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 2 light gray wool, 1 yellow wool, 2 light gray wool, 1 light gray wool, leaving you with something that should look a little bit like this. And as a matter of fact, once you get up to the cape here, fill this in with your gray concrete, then go in by 2 more with your red, which should look like that. As a matter of fact, all you want to do is you want to, once you have that, pause if needed, all you need to do is just come over to the other side and do the exact same thing. So, all you need to do is just mimic these rows. No difference, not even looking at my plans here. All you want to do is just look right in front of you and copy. So, that's one benefit about this statue. It is detailed, but at least there is some identical things here. So, right here, since you cannot see it, you want to do a yellow terracotta here and a yellow wool here. Then just continue copying. So, that's all you want to do. Oh, whoops. That one does not want to be. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nope, that wants to be light gray concrete. And once you reach the top with having something that looks like that, what you want to do is you want to come in by the top by your gray, then 2 more rows in with your red wool. So, and as a matter of fact, once you have that, you are basically done. Let me find the plans for the front of the head. There they are. Come on, you can load, please. No, you're just gonna. Okay. It would help if it would load, but it does not want to load for some odd reason. So, finally. Okay. So what you want to do is come into the front of your head. You want to do solid row of 8 gray concrete, Then coming forward by 1, do another row of your gray wool. Then, going in front of this row, you want to do, and this is actually the start of the face, you want to do 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, and as a matter of fact, I actually forgot a color. So, what you want to do, is this was silly on my part, you want to grab out your black wool, if I can't even find it here, and just get rid of that red and replace it with black wool. Sorry about that. But continuing on, what you want to do is you want to do 2 black wool, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 light gray wool. For the next row, do 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 2 black wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. For the next 2 rows, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 6 black wool, 1 yellow wool, like I said for the next 2. For the next row, you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 6 black wool, 1 light gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 2 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete. I was about to say wool there. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 light gray wool, 2 gray concrete. For the next row and the final row of the face, you want to do 1 orange terracotta, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 2 light gray wool, 1 gray wool, 1 orange terracotta. Now what you may be saying, this does not look like him, but I cannot speak. We will be adding on the mask thing at the end. So, this is what the front of your face wants to look like. And what you want to do is come to the back here. And I'm trying to think here what would be best. Oh, whoops. Sorry about this here. These 2 rows actually want to be swapped. What was that? Okay, that was light gray concrete. This row wants to be gray concrete. Then this row wants to be gray wool. Then what you want to do is going back in this pattern, you want to do 1 row of gray concrete, 1 row of gray wool, another row of gray concrete, then finish it off with just 2 rows of gray wool, leaving you with something that looks like that. And actually, I am going to do the back here, and then do the sides. Both sides are, sorry about that, are identical. So, what you want to do, continuing on, you want to do 1 gray wool. Oh. Okay. Do this. Break this, 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 and this. Do that. And then we can continue on after that. So, continuing on. You want to do 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool. Then what you want to do is you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool. I do not get why I do this to myself. I make the most detailed statues ever whenever they do not need to be this detailed. Then what you want to do for the next row is you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray wool, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray wool, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray wool, 1 gray wool. And actually make that a light gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool. Make that a light gray wool. 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. And actually just copy that for another row. So, sorry if I'm mixing up the colors. There's just way too many grays. He's a cool skin. It's the fact that I put in way too much detail. That's mainly why my statues last so long. But, for the next row, after you finish that row, you want to do 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta. Then, to finish off the... Yeah, that is the last row. Finish off the head, you want to do 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. Oh, leaving you with something that should look a little bit like this. Kind of wish during the break that I actually took off and grabbed a bottle of water. Oh, and as a matter of fact, to make it 200 times easier, both sides of the head are exactly identical. So, yeah, pause the video and get that finished. Then, what you're going to want to do is, starting from here, you want to do 1 gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, then finish the rest off with your gray wool. For that next row, you want to do 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, then 1 light gray concrete. For the next row, do 1 gray wool, 1 light gray concrete. Actually, make that a light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 light gray, then 2 gray concrete. Well, light gray concrete. For the next row, you want to do 1 gray concrete. I keep on saying gray, but I'm meaning to say light gray. So, sorry about that. I will try and correct myself. 1 light gray wool, 1 light gray concrete, 1 light gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 gray wool. Oh, sorry about that. Then you want to do 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool. And this is actually supposed to be yellow terracotta, but thanks to not having double-sided blocks, it's not physically possible. So it took me a while to figure that out whenever I was building the statue. Then what you want to do is you kind of want to just continue this pattern, but do a light gray wool here, gray concrete, light gray wool, light gray concrete, light gray wool, light gray concrete. What's up? Oh. And then this block wants to be an orange terracotta. So. Yeah, because this one does not have the face on it. Okay. Sorry that took me a while. I got confused by even my own plans. Then what you're going to want to do is once you have that, just come over to your other side and just mimic what you have. Oh, and also, once you reach the top, I did forget another color. So, yeah. So basically just mimic what you have on the other side. And you will basically be practically done. So, is color pattern the same or different? I think it's the same. Because he basically almost has like a crown or something. I don't know what it is. But it's like a ring around his head that just goes in this little pattern. I know like he's supposed to be a knight or something, but if you know what that is, then comment it, because I'm not really sure what it is. So, as a matter of fact, like I said earlier, I forgot a color, and it's up to you if you want to do it, since it's the top of the head. Now my plans won't even work. But basically what it is you want to grab out here. Let's grab it out while I wait for my plans to respond. Get rid of that yellow wool. And what you want to do is you want to grab out your light gray concrete powder. And basically what you're going to want to do to place this, you're going to want an indent in a row with any block that you have that you're using. Like that. Then, what you're going to want to do is every single light gray wool, actually no. Here, I'll show you what I mean. One there, one there, one there, one there, and here, that. Okay. That's what you want to have on the top. Pause it if needed and just copy that on over. Then what you're going to want to do is, if you grabbed out your light gray concrete powder, just fill it in with that. But what you could also do is, if you wanted to, instead of grabbing that out, I think what would work with it would be you could just do any of those other blocks except for light gray wool. So that's what the top should look like. And as a matter of fact, without the mask, this is what it looks like. But as you know, that ain't him, because he has a mask. So what you're going to want to do to make the mask My phone just glitched me over to the previous screen that did not even have the one with the mask. But basically what you're going to want to do to make the mask is come right here. So come to the bottom, count in by 2, and start right here. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do 1 yellow wool. Matter of fact, we will actually need the yellow wool. 1 yellow wool. Then go on top of that with 1 yellow terracotta. Then on top again, 1 orange terracotta. Go left by 2 yellow terracotta. Skip a row. Then continue right up here. 1 yellow wool. Go right with your yellow terracotta. Then do 2 yellow wool. 2 yellow terracotta. 1 yellow wool. Skip a row. Then go left with 2 yellow terracotta. 1 orange terracotta. 1 yellow terracotta. 1 yellow wool. And that is just the bottom part of it. So then what you're going to want to do is once you have this, you're going to come back up to the top here. And you want to do 1 light gray concrete, 1 gray wool, 1 yellow terracotta. Skip these 2, leaving them empty. Then do 1 yellow terracotta, 1 gray concrete, 1 light gray concrete. Wait. That actually wants to be a wool. Then you want to do 1 gray wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 yellow wool, skip the 2, 1 yellow wool, 1 gray concrete, 1 gray wool. Then to finish it off, you want to do 1 yellow terracotta, 1 yellow wool, skip these 4, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow terracotta. And as a matter of fact, once you have done that, that is McNaveed fully completed and in all of his glory. Yeah, sorry that took a while. It's the fact that I try and go above and beyond on my statues. I think that's the main reason why views are not that good. But on that little note, I will see you guys in the next video. Good.